Hi, I'm Howard Holton, and this is another episode of Discovering Disruptions in Tech. And this is a very special episode. Unlike most of the episodes where we kind of talk kind of executive level about various pieces of tech, we're going to talk about something rather specific in this episode. So we are currently here in Las Vegas for Blackhat and DEFCON, otherwise known as Hacker Summer Camp. And I'm here with a DEFCON alum, Matthew Hung, and we're going to talk about kind of like what is DEFCON, how do you get started, what's some tips and tricks for kind of showing up and not getting your device compromised and having a good time. Matthew?
Sounds right.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. So how's your Hacker Summer Camp looking this year?
It's great. I was here over the weekend and I already met up with a number of people I haven't seen in like a year.
Nice.
Including you.
Including me.
And
I think last time we hung out was here a year ago.
Yeah, exactly, about a year ago. And lots of things going on this year. Training's already happening at Blackhat. As you may know, we got briefings coming up the next day or two. And then the expo. And maybe I shouldn't say this on camera, but this is the first year in like 12 years I actually have a badge and don't have to sneak in.
That's great.
For Blackhat. So I'm official this time. And then right after, Wednesday, Thursday's the expo, and right after that is DEFCON.
Right.
Thursday is DEFCON 101 for anyone who is new and unsure. That's where they will, you get to go in and they'll tell you all about it, all the different activities you can do. So DEFCON really it's a choose your own adventure of security.
Sure.
There are briefings and there are talks and you can go to any of the number of the tracks. But there are a lot of other people like me who don't do the talks at all, and there are so many other activities. There are challenges, there's capture the flags, there are different villages where you can go and learn from experts about whatever you want.
Well, the villages aren't just about learning, right? They're about participation.
They're about participation.
All the villages are active. So if you go to the lock-picking village, you're going to be handed a set of lock picks, you're going to be handed the lock, and then someone will teach you how to lock pick.
Yeah.
Right? If you go to the social engineering village, the same thing. If you go to the automobile village, right, where
car hacking village.
Yep.
Yep.
What other villages are there? There's the badge hacking village, which I recommend as kind of a one-on-one activity.
I work in one of the villages there, right? So it's the RF village, and we do all sorts of RF stuff. We actually have a RF CTF, capture the flag, where we present a number of different challenges. And like our fearless leader likes to say, we cover DC to daylight.
DC to daylight.
We cover everything from very, very, very extremely low frequency stuff, all the way to IR and beyond in the light spectrum.
Right. So didn't you guys run the if you can break into so-and-so's room, you get a black badge? Wasn't that an RF challenge?
That was the Black Bag Village, I think.
Oh, Black Bag Village. Yeah,
they actually break into someone's room. But we do have a few people like Iceman who can definitely do it. I actually met the Unsafe Lock guys.
Oh, nice.
The other night. I don't know if you're familiar with Unsafe Lock.
Okay,
no, so Safe Lock has like, I don't know, 80% of all hotel locks.
Oh, right.
And they discovered a vulnerability that they can open up any hotel room they want.
Nice.
Yeah. So all the industry's running around and trying to retrofit. They're trying to retrofit everything right now.
I mean, that is the beauty of DEFCON, right? For those who aren't really super familiar with DEFCON, DEFCON is effectively the research into security and finding vulnerabilities, right? So when we talk about 0 days, the people that show up to DEFCON are focused on 0 days. People that show up at Blackhat build the products that really address those 0 days. So the reason Blackhat and DEFCON are so valuable is because you get to see the products that are effectively a result of last year's DEFCON, and this year's DEFCON tells you what everyone's going to be working on solving for the next 12 months. Doesn't always take 12 months, but that's really the kind of beauty of DEFCON. Blackhat's very polished. DEFCON, everyone left their polish at home.
DEFCON originally was just people getting together and...
It was Hacker Summer Camp.
It was Hacker Summer Camp. It was very alt back then, which is why you'll see lots of mohawks and pink hair and all sorts of hairstyles that are not corporate approved, as well as, it used to be fully anonymous. No one used their real names. It was handles only. There's actually a game called Spot the Fed.
Yep, I remember. I played
Because
that.
it
That
started
was fun.
off with, there were actual federal agents there trying to figure out which hacker was
Right.
who, and it turned into a game where if you find and you go to one of the goons, which is like the staff, and say, hey, I think he's the Fed, and you're right, you can actually win like a T-shirt, and
Right.
the Fed gets a T-shirt that says, I was the Fed.
Yeah, that lasted, I think, up until the head of the NSA showed up. Officially showed up, did a presentation, went out for drinks with folks, handed out challenge coins.
Yeah, that was at the Rio. I was there.
Yeah, I was there too. I actually had the most fun at the Riviera.
The Riv was fun. The Riv was fun. It was very run down, but yeah, it was fun.
I mean, sure, but it was also the Derby girls were there,
yes.
right? And bringing the Derby girls over, again, very loose. Like at the time, was it even $100? Wasn't it like, I think it was $85 still.
I remember paying $100, but that was DEFCON 16, maybe. I think we're at DEFCON 33 now. So
Yeah, we're at 32.
32. Okay, 32 this year. I
yeah.
don't remember.
It better be 32 because we're doing a 32% discount in honor of DEFCON 32. I looked it up on the website.
Okay, listen to him.
So yeah, so that's our thing for this year, right? Since I run research and marketing and everything, and it's DEFCON, and I freaking love this event.
It's a great event.
We did a 32% discount in honor of DEFCON on our annual sub. So
Sign up.
trying to give something back to the community when we can.
Yeah, and that's really what DEFCON's about, giving back to the community. Like a lot of these people will discover these things all different times of the year, but DEFCON is really about when they get to share that information with other people to help them learn and to help other people grow. Because
Right.
it's all about fostering growth.
Yeah, it's about building a community and participating in the community. I mean, if you do nothing else, find something and just participate. Just show up with an open mind, show up with an open, kind of frame of reference, and just throw yourself in. And don't worry about failing. This is the most supportive community I've ever been a part of. I would say it was more supportive when no one used their real name, but it's still really supportive, right? The DEFCON community, to your point, it really is supposed to be about acceptance, right? The
Yes.
barrier for entry is, can you not just be a total dickhead? There are still total dickheads that show up,
Yes, there are.
right? And we've moved past it. It's become more corporate. It's become more corporatized, right? The days of people showing up with their Canadian girlfriend has kind of gone away.
Yeah.
We don't see so much of that anymore.
No, I do remember. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do remember one or two of those.
Yeah.
It's like they definitely don't belong here. But
I mean, you shouldn't bring a hooker to a convention,
yeah, you shouldn't, but it happened.
but it did happen.
It happened.
And there's still DEFCON 101 is still like you have to shower every day and don't stay up 24 hours and not at a time, and like
There are definitely some crazy parties at DEFCON.
yeah, never stay at the conference hotel.
Never stay at the I never do.
Although there isn't one because they moved it to the convention
They
center.
moved to the
right?
convention center.
Yeah,
And,
so there's no more conference hotel. So thank
they
God
got
for
kicked
that.
out of the Caesars properties apparently. So
Are we? Oh, did somebody mess with the games? 'Cause
I
the
don't
rule
know
in the past was you can
Yeah.
mess with anything.
You don't-
like the Riv.
they
the
brought an
elevators were
ATM.
hacked.
They brought an ATM into the Riv,
Yeah, they did.
and then that's when
Well, the phone system was hacked at the Riv. The ATMs were hacked at the Riv. The elevators were hacked at the Riv. I don't know what else was hacked at like everything. But the rule was you don't touch the
don't
floor
touch the-
games.
yeah.
You don't touch the casino
Nope.
games. And then they were kind of like, well, you're less torturous than other stuff we have. But we also got too big, right?
we got
DEFCON
really
got
big.
way
That's when
big
it moved to the
the
Rio.
Yeah.
And I remember in the Rio, someone tried to bring in a cell phone tower, a repeater.
They
They
did.
got shut down by the FCC.
Well, they did, and then they did get permission to run it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, because the whole session, like they effectively they made them advertise for hours.
Yeah, they
hours.
advertise on a different frequency or
Well,
something.
well, no,
or-
but they literally put up signs. From this time to this time, you will not actually be connected to your cell phone.
Oh.
Please don't run your cell phone. Like, please pay attention. We are going to hack the cell phone towers, and then they did stand up a 3G tower.
Okay.
Right.
I vaguely remember that.
I was in that session. That was a lot of fun. That was also the days where they didn't clear the rooms. I don't know if they cleared the rooms now, but
they clear.
you could sit in that. Like if you were smart, you went in the
You
session
went
before.
in the session before and you just stayed.
Although
Yeah.
I almost universally found that the session before was more interesting than the session I thought I wanted to see.
That
Just
happens
work out
quite a
that
few
way.
times.
It does. Those were also the days where the people didn't really know how to talk and sometimes didn't show up for various reasons.
Yeah, yeah. That's why some of the villages, like our village, we have speakers as well.
Right.
So not just the main talks, but you'll all have villages that will give their own workshops or talk tracks that are more oriented to this very specific subject matter at hand.
For sure.
Then you
Sure.
also have Red Team Village and Blue Team Village,
Right.
where Blue Team is the more corporate ones, where they
Well, they're defense, right?
feds, the companies that are coming in, like Talos and
Sure.
and a
Sure.
number
but they're
of
also
those.
defense, right? Like,
Oh,
the
defense,
goal
yes,
of
yes.
blue is defense.
defense.
The goal of red is
offense.
offense.
Yes.
And so
yes.
while they now both have a place in the corporate world, blue is the traditional corporate, red is the traditional, like a pen tester is a red teamer, right? Like those that are acting on the offense, even as a white hat,
Yeah.
right, are still red. But it's an old Halo reference.
But it's red versus blue. Yes, I know. But it is a good way for people if you've never tried it before. You just get into the village, you sit down, and they will present you with challenges, like just basic challenges, and it's up to you to take a little initiative.
For
But
sure.
they will definitely guide you and give you hints. No one's going to spoon feed you because none
Someone
of us
will-
got spoon fed.
The reality is someone will spoon feed you if you're nice.
Okay,
Right?
yeah, if you're really
there
nice.
are
yes.
people that will spoon feed you, but you'd be surprised how little spoon feeding you actually need. You just have to participate, and you just have to not be a knob. Right? Like that's the total thing. And if you don't want to participate, if you don't want to, really watch, like you don't want to actually sit at a keyboard, you can also watch. That is also participation. And what you're going to find is someone's going to stall at some point, and you can lean forward and go, try this,
Yep.
right? And before long, you've made a friend, and you've participated, and you're having a great time. It's just about having fun
And
just
networking.
enjoying yourself.
There's a lot of networking that happens there too.
And don't connect to the Wi-Fi.
Connect to WPA3 Wi-Fi. DEFCON WPA3 is okay. I know the guys who run the Wi-Fi, so my CTO actually still runs the Wi-Fi.
It's maybe it's an old habit from.
Don't connect to the unsecured Wi-Fi.
I mean,
web and on-off web. Don't do that.
I mean,
Don't connect to random access points that you see.
forever that was the most combative wireless network in existence. So I still have a rule that I just don't connect.
Okay.
I don't need wireless so bad that I have to have it on the DEFCON floor.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Right.
There was always the wall of sheep,
Yeah.
and basically what that
they
is
still have the wall of sheep?
They still have it.
Okay, that's good.
I think it's up in the contest area now, but basically what they do is they watch all the traffic that goes across, and if you have anything unencrypted with your username and password, they post it up on a big board.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. You do not want to be found.
You
on
do
the
not
wall of
want to
sheep.
be found on that. You're basically called out in front of, well, everyone.
You're called out in front of everyone that matters.
Everyone that matters.
Right? Because this is supposed to be kind of the penultimate peer group, where we're all here to have fun, we're all here to share, we're all here to help each other, but also, just like your friends in high school and college, we're all here to make fun of you when you end up on the wall of sheep, or pass out drunk, or bring your Canadian girlfriend.
So if you're doing POP or IMAP, turn on TLS. That's a good idea.
Just in general.
Just in general, TLS is a good idea.
Right? Like at the at least DEFCON publicizes it, right? At least we make it public so that you can see, ooh, I screwed up. Because guess what? If you screwed up at DEFCON, you screwed up everywhere else too.
Yes.
Nobody else is going to at least point out that, hey, you might done gone and made a mistake.
This is true. This is true.
So if it's your very first time, anything to kind of be cautious of. We've said kind of things to do, anything to be cautious of.
Don't use a credit card. Don't give out your social security number, no matter who asks. Don't connect to unsecured Wi-Fi. Don't use unencrypted connections. Do bring alcohol. That's always a
bring
good. That's always an opener.
However, Chris Roberts said he almost got thrown out last year for bringing alcohol to DEFCON. And so I didn't bring my case this year. I have a rolling case of
Really?
tasters because he said he got threatened with expulsion from DEFCON for bringing his alcohol. So I did not bring this year.
Okay, well, I do know a number of people who will probably You just don't be obvious about it.
I mean, he and I both kind of have similar things.
Uh-huh.
We have a rolling bar.
I know.
Yes.
You did indulge me a little last
did.
year,
Did.
and it was delicious. And we drank it in the village.
We did. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot
I
of
mean,
fun.
I rolled it around the vendor area too, and my rule is if you ask what's in the case, you get to try what's in the case. Right? But I didn't bring it this year because, the goal is to have fun. I don't want to make people upset. And if the Las Vegas Convention Center has a rule against alcohol, I will happily follow the rules.
Fair enough. Yeah, you don't want to get caught blatantly.
Well, it's not so much for me about getting caught. I just
Fair enough.
I just want to. What I don't want to do is I don't want to be yet another person on the list of why they can't invite DEFCON back.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
So-
the number of incidents eventually add up, and then they go, well, we're just not, it's up to us, and we're just not going to invite you back.
So this year, DEFCON actually got Las Vegas Convention Center a pass to allow stickers, but you can only use stickers in very certain places.
Okay.
So DEFCON, big thing for stickers. We all
Yeah.
give out stickers. This year, our village is giving out temporary tattoos and sticker sheets.
Oh, nice.
So, but those stickers always end up on every single part of the property.
Sure.
Like you'll see a urinal and it has a sticker that this has a camera in it or something like
Right.
that. Right. But in the Las Vegas Convention Center, they have banned stickers because they don't want the stickers all on
Right.
on the property. So they're putting up very specific boards, like a sticker wall, where you can put
Oh, that's cool.
stickers.
Oh, that's
So,
pretty neat.
Yeah. And so I made a whole bunch of stickers this year, actually. And it's sort of like scavenger hunt. You say the right word to the right people. I got some vendors involved. I got some other villages involved.
Nice.
You get a free sticker, a very exclusive sticker.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I'll give you one later.
Sweet. Well, and since everyone will be watching this after DEFCON, so in prep for DEFCON 2025, so 33, I think next year I'm going to bring a QR code or a T-shirt and do free resume reviews. I find nerds are bad at writing resumes, and I've hired 1,000 people, so I think I had to have reviewed 10,000 resumes.
You reviewed mine?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. So I think I'm going to do that next year and just offer that as a free kind of way to give back. I'm not really a hacker anymore. Certainly.
Well,
You know,
it's more of the mindset. You
Yeah,
got to
for
be
sure.
be curious.
For sure, but it's hard for me to give back to the community when I'm not writing code anymore, when I'm not discovering exploits anymore. But this is a way that I think I
Yeah.
can give back to the community and try to.
Well, there are
help.
lots of people who don't give to the community that don't write code or do exploits, like EFF.
Sure.
They're lawyers, and they come and they donate their
love
time. EFF is great.
Matter of fact-
OWASP, I love OWASP as well. And they, they don't necessarily have to, but there are a lot of policy people.
For
There's a
sure.
lot of lawyers and legislative people
Yeah,
that
governance
can,
people, compliance people that are- yeah.
that can help and help the community by education or volunteering or heck, getting involved. When I first started, it was my friend was running the village and they were cleaning up and they needed someone to coil cable. So
sure.
I sat there and I coiled cable.
That's true. That's true. There are an infinite number of ways to give it back. I did a talk at 3 years ago. I did a talk at the Mental Health Hackers, right? Because I have ADHD and autism and had a bit of a struggle in a rather unique career path, but have done fairly well for someone that is high functioning autism and has ADD. So that was kind of a way for me to also try to give back. I'm always looking for those opportunities in this space, right? And it's nice that DEFCON is open and welcoming to whatever your path is. You are welcome. Whatever your kind of thing is, as long as you're not hurting other people, you are welcome.
Agree, yeah.
I guess hurting other people that don't ask for it.
Are you really hurting them, though? You're sort of helping educate them, maybe through School of Hard Knocks, but
Sure.
you're
Sure, there's a little-
you're
there's a
helping.
little- yes, but it's about no malice.
Yes,
right? We don't
no
want
malice,
malice at
no.
DEFCON.
It is very inclusive. Like they have, the furries have a party.
Yeah, that's
And
true. That's true. It's the most inclusive community I've ever been in. It's still kind of hackers and
Yeah.
we can be a little gatekeepy, and I don't like the gatekeepy, but once you're through the gates, it's the most welcoming community. And whatever your thing is, there's a subset of it that DEFCON supports, that DEFCON, I mean, it's way beyond allows,
Yeah.
right?
The furries are actually really cool.
Bet.
Some of their parties are really good. And actually, I work with them. I probably shouldn't say this, but we have a game called Fox Hunt,
Okay.
where we put some wireless transmitter on someone and let them loose in a crowd of 60,000 people, and people try to find them.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And last year, I'm not going to say it's going to happen this year, but last year, a fox was one of the foxes.
Oh, that is so cool.
A furry fox.
Furry fox, yeah, yeah.
Was one of
I
the
got
foxes.
the reference. That's pretty cool.
So I thought that was always sort of fun. Yeah, no, it is a very inclusive community, and I do love it about that.
Me too. Me too. Well, on that, this has been another episode of Discovering Disruptions in Tech. I'm your host, Howard Holton. Please like, subscribe, follow, comment. If you'd like to be on an episode, just reach out. The best way to reach me is LinkedIn. I'm just Howard Holton. So thanks, and we'll see you on the next episode.